nothing else like it up here on the range. If you compare solar here to solar, say, in like Arizona, yes, they will have probably 20% higher solar production rate because it's just more sunny there. But if you crunch the numbers, you can still get about a 10-year payback, financial payback for installing solar here, in the Northland. When it comes to residential solar, basically, if you are to buy a renewable energy system, the federal government will give you tax credits equal to 30% of what you pay for a solar PV system. So say you bought a $10,000 system, when you do taxes over the years, 30% of 10,000 is 3,000. You'll get $3,000 back in tax credits, reducing the amount of federal taxes you pay. As a small business, obviously the difficulties come within, competing with larger installation companies. We don't have the breadth to, talk to as many customers as they do. We don't have as much of a marketing budget. We do have our own specific target markets. There are many people out there, who I think are pretty smart, who will specifically go out of their way to find a smaller construction company to build things on their property, because they know that a small localized business will have more attention to that one project, and they won't feel like they're just, in a process where they're being churned out with 100 other customers week by week from these larger companies. There's going to be a lot in store for us in the future, especially with EVs. There's going to be a lot more electrical draw from the grid. Luckily, a lot of that's going to happen during the nighttime when demand isn't as high. Because obviously the difficulty with solar panels on a technical side, what the utility usually looking at, is a solar panel in of itself doesn't control how much electricity it generates. We need a way to kind of control that. And so as time goes on, there's going to be a lot of incentives and a lot of people putting in batteries in their homes, and there will probably also be utility-sized battery facilities to take that excess electricity that gets created at noon when the sun is shining its brightest, and then be able to take the energy, store it, and then send it back to the grid during the nighttime or during cloudy days when there isn't as much sun hitting our solar panels. Installing solar PV systems is all electrical work, and so having electricians to be able to have the experience so that that whatever you install is up to code, very, very important, obviously. And I think right now there's a big demand for electricians, and so if there's any younger folks watching this, I strongly recommend looking into an electrical degree, because there's not just solar, but a plethora of industries that are going to have a very high demand for electrical specialists.